It's a really pretty day in the garden today, the very end of April, and it's the end of the afternoon, and I thought I would take a little walk around and take a look at things with you. The garden that you're looking at right now is, I call the pink and white area. It's full of foxgloves in the back. You can see foxgloves in the back. There are lilium coming up. There are peonies, and there's some thalictrum, meadow rue. There's a rose or two, and a hydrangea bush, and daylilies. There are even some heuchera. There's my shadow. And some salvia nemorosa. There's a beautiful columbine and a label from something that I don't think is in the garden anymore. So beyond this garden, there's a little pond that's not really cleaned out yet, but it doesn't have fish. It just usually gets a covering of duckweed, and that's about it. You may see stakes and plant tags everywhere. The plant tags are because I label everything, because I won't remember everything. And also I have a daylily garden that's called a National Display Garden. So that means that I have to have everything tagged. This area I call the daylily pen. It used to be a big vegetable garden, and when my dad moved out, I converted it to flowers, but it has a fence around it to keep the deer out. There were 5 of them here this afternoon, and I don't want them chewing down my plants. So we penned this one area in because I was so discouraged. I couldn't ever grow things without, I had to spray everything. That was what the problem was, and just too much spraying. So you're seeing a lot of our containers that we use for collecting all the leaves, and there's rakes around here. This is a working garden, so it's not perfect. The purple flowers that you see in there, there's one down there, are money plants. And we're going to walk this way. There's some pretty things I forgot to show you next to the pink and white garden. The names of the gardens kind of evolved from what plants were in them, but some of them don't match the plants that they were named for anymore. There's some hellebores here. That's what I wanted to show you. And I'm digging up some of these comfrey plants that have self-seeded, and some lily turf, Big Daddy, because I want to put more hellebores over here. So those are the hellebores. And because this garden is fairly large, I think I'm just going to go to a few areas. Let's go past the wheelbarrow. This little area I call the bamboo fence. And I have made a fence out of bamboo that I've had for many, many years. It used to be a different fence, but I redid it and created this fence from what I had left of the bamboo. And there's just a bunch of daylilies in here, and there's a great euphorbia, glacier blue, and here's a neat one. This one is called Blackbird. Isn't that beautiful? It hasn't seeded in or anything. I'm just glad it came back this year. There's a bunch of alliums, and the carex in the front is Silver Scepter, and I've taken it apart many, many times and made new plantlets from it, and put it other places. So it divides really well. These are Sedum Autumn Fire, and this primrose is called Ballerina Nectarine. It's so pretty. And there's lilium coming up here, and hopefully there will be lilium coming up here for quite a while if the deer don't find them. Now, I have to spray. I spray with liquid fence, and I also use Milorganite, which is a dry material that you spread in the early spring, and it's made from sewage. But it's very, it's clean. It's not dirty or anything. So it's perfectly fine. It's organic. So, yeah, it's no problem. There's some more of those in the area, the purple ones. I have white ones too. And there's a feverfew and an Italian arum, which are the bane of my existence because I let them grow, and now I have them everywhere. They look beautiful just like this in the winter. They don't die off until late in the summer. So this is the way to progress towards the beach. And you can see the beach down there. So there's a really nice heuchera down here, which I'm not sure if still has a name. After the fall and cleanup, I don't know where all the names go, but they're not here. So luckily I keep tags, so I should be able to find the name for it someday. And there's the daffodils are blooming now. This is Thalia. It's one of my favorites. There we go. Thalia. I don't think that I'm going to be able to make this video much longer. This is a Japanese, I think it's called the Japanese snow pine. And look at those beautiful needles. So I'm going to stop it here, and I might have to just, do another one to continue on. There'll be part 2. We'll just leave it right at that. And I'll keep going, and I'll make another video. We'll see you in the next one.